We'll have highlights from the city's 4th of July celebration.
We'll preview Main Stage Irving Las Colinas' season finale.
And we'll learn about the Irving Quilt Guild project, Quilt of Valor.
All this and more coming up about town.
Hello everyone and welcome to About Town. I'm Ashley White.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman, and I am so happy to welcome Ashley back to the show. I know that you have had a very busy year.
Yes, I'm so excited to be back. I've turned my crown over and I'm now a mom.
Yep, and mom is a wonderful thing.
2 boys, PTA mom.
And 2 boys that are still pretty young.
Yes, 8 and 11.
Oh, sweet ages.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes, I'm so blessed.
Yes, absolutely. And we're blessed to have you back here.
Thank you.
And so glad that you could join us for an update on happenings at the Irving Art Center.
We'll also have an interview with the reigning Miss Mature Irving, Nina Crocker, later in the show.
As always, we'd love to hear from you. Let us know about a community event you'd like to promote on the show or a story you'd like to see.
You can email us at ictn@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you.
Irving kicked off Independence Day with one of our town's best-loved traditions, the annual 4th of July parade. The theme this year was Music of America, and Susan Stevens had some highlights.
Oh, say, can you see the 4th of July parade making its way down Main Street?
Today we're having the 4th of July parade. Folks come out, we've got 73 entries, and they come out from all over Irving and display their floats and their marching bands. You're gonna see some from the city of Irving, which is gonna be like youth council. We're gonna have some city council. The mayor is also inside of the parade, and then we also have some cheerleaders, and we've got the Legions that are here, Mrs. Mature, old T-model forts. So you're gonna see everything from newer cars to older cars and a variety. I love the parade event because it just kind of displays what Irving has to offer, and everybody that's in Irving and coming out and showing everybody's 4th of July pride and having fun on today's day.
Families arrived early and lined up to see the floats, grab candy, and celebrate Independence Day.
I love 4th of July. It's my favorite time of year. I love it. My child is 3.5, so we do some fireworks and things like that. So I've always thought this is a great family fun day for us to get out, go, spend the whole day with each other. It's a good day to have off and be able to just really enjoy. You've got parades in the morning, fireworks in the evening, a lot of events to just attend and really have a good time for families.
After the parade, the festivities continued at Heritage Park with the watermelon reception.
Who doesn't love watermelon? Watermelon's great. Get your water access and your sugar intake for the kids after they eat all the candy at the parade. So we've got about 75 watermelons we cut up, we give out to the community. We've got some balloons and things in the park just for them to come out, have something refreshing because it is super hot on a day like today and humid. So they get to come out and just really enjoy. That's free to them. It's a little bit of music, just to kind of cool off and cool down after sitting for the parade.
A slice of an Irving tradition that brings crowds together to celebrate the red, white, and blue. For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
The celebration continued at Levy Event Plaza at Lake Carolyn with music, food, more music, and of course a dazzling fireworks show. Here are some highlights.
This is how Irving celebrates Independence Day.
Irving! I love it!
A great crowd, great weather.
And lots of great things to do.
We have the jump tents, we have the booths, we have the food, we have the fireworks, all ages, something for them to do.
Treats for every taste, too.
Some great food trucks. We have 21 food vendors out here today with a variety of food, from sweets to Asian food to just a lot of fun food.
The crowd gathered to celebrate, but also to reflect.
Seeing all the people out here coming out and all the different communities, you know, we're We are proud to be a diverse city, and you see it out here.
I just like how we have events, something for every age in our city.
My favorite thing is the kids. Bringing the kids out and having them understand why we're really celebrating.
The crowd seemed to grow and grow as the day went on, maybe because of a special message from Uncle Sam.
I want you to come out here and see the fireworks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is Kathy Whiteman reporting.
Up next for Irving Events is Laughs by the Lake and Irving's funniest comic showcase. Save the date, Friday, August 23rd at 7 p.m. at Levy Event Plaza at Lake Carolyn. Visit irvingevents.org for more details.
Summer is a very busy time at the Irving Art Center, and I'm sure that statement is no surprise to anyone.
Cass Prince joins us with an update and maybe a little preview of what's in the works.
Great to see you as always.
Oh, thank you for asking me.
So this year has been very full. I mean, I think that my home away from home has been the Irving Art Center.
Absolutely.
So any particular highlights that you've especially enjoyed?
This past year, we did so many things that I thought were really great. We had a gypsy dance company in. This next year, I can reveal we're bringing the Trocs back.
Yes, I am thrilled to hear that. Les Ballets Trocadero.
Yes.
Love them.
So that was kind of a late breaking addition to the season. We're doing the Kingdom Choir, as you know, in October. I'm very excited about that. And of course, we've done a lot of wonderful children's programs and exhibits this past year. I loved the Roz Chast exhibit.
It was amazing.
It really was fabulous.
And her talk was amazing.
Yeah, it was. Very inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
To get ready for another season of volunteers, you're looking for volunteers.
We are looking for volunteers. Every year we appoint citizens of Irving to a grant advisory panel, and all year long their job is to go to performances, exhibitions, and programs that have been funded through the grant program, and then they meet at the end of that year to evaluate how well those folks have done, and to make some recommendations to the Arts Board about the funding levels for the next year.
Wow, so they really get a voice in what people in the community are going to see.
They do. It shapes, I think it's provided input to the groups over the years, those that need to do better or can improve, and then it's a great accolade for those that do well.
That's great. Well, and any arts organization who wants to be putting program out there wants that kind of feedback.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to know, what can we do to bring more people in? What do you want to see? That kind of thing. So yay for this group. So let me ask you about them specifically. Do the folks who volunteer for this grants panel, do they need to have any particular background? What do you want?
We try to pick a variety of people who have expertise in visual arts, performing arts, dance, music, but we also like patrons, people who have attended the performing arts and visual arts over the years, people who've had grants experience. So it's kind of a smattering of all, and we try to get some diversity on the panel in terms of age, gender, and interest.
That's great. So let me jump right in real quick with a question. So when do folks need to apply by?
They have until August 1st, and the application forms are on the Art Center's website. I think it ran in Spectrum this month, and so you just fill out a very brief form and submit a resume or a curriculum vitae, and that's all it's required.
That's fantastic.
Before we let you go, let us know where someone would go to find out more about volunteer opportunities with you.
Oh, we have our second annual volunteer fair coming up. That is September 10th. It will be at the Art Center, and a variety of nonprofits, all of whom need volunteers, as you know, continuously, will be there to showcase what they do and to recruit people. And so we invite the community to come by and see what it's all about, meet other volunteers who may have similar interests, and to get matched with an organization or sign up for a couple if you're retired.
Mm-hmm. I love that idea.
Yeah.
So,
6 to 8.
Nice.
All right, fantastic. So folks, obviously, there's even more reasons to go to the Irving Art Center. To find out about the Grants Advisory Panel, please go to irvingartcenter.com. You can apply online and attach your resume or CV. And this volunteer fair that Cass is talking about, that's going to be on September 10th, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Irving Art Center. You want to go because it was so much fun last year. Disney's live-action reimagining of their award-winning classic The Lion King hits theaters this weekend. Hollywood predicts it will be a giant summer hit, so cha-ching, it just can't wait to be king. Susan sat down with two of the stars to talk about the film.
One day, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
So in the film, Simba learns how to sneak attack from Mufasa. He teaches him how to do that, attack Zazu, and in general, he learned a lot from him. But
yes.
What is something that either a parent or a role model has taught you guys that you still find valuable today?
Something that my dad taught me would probably be, it's exactly what Mufasa said, actually.
Yeah.
You only have to be brave when it's necessary. You don't have to, show out to be strong or anything. That doesn't really make you look tough.
Right.
Yeah.
I think my parents taught me some of the same things that Mufasa says in the movie. Remember who you are. Stay true to where you come from and your roots.
Life's not fair, is it, my little friend? While some are born to feast, others spend their lives in the dark. Begging for scraps.
Mufasa tells Simba not to go to the shadows, but yet he still takes Nala and goes over there. I guess, out of curiosity, but also to prove his bravery. But has there ever been something that you were told not to go to or not to do, but you still did it anyways?
No, I've always been like a really obedient kid. I've never really lied or done anything like that. No, it's never happened.
Wow, good.
Okay. So basically, when I was younger, my sister and I tried to make a slide out of one of our
you gonna bring her in? Yeah, go on.
out of one of our little tube thingies. How you go through a little tube when you're younger. So yeah, we tried to make a slide. So I was gonna go face down through the slide. I mean, my mom necessarily did not say don't make a slide out of one of your tubes, but I don't think that she should have had to say it.
Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. While others search for what they can take, a true king searches for what he can give.
Now I wanted to kind of play a little rapid fire Lion King kind of.
Right. I love games.
Okay, and as I ask you these questions, tell me why you choose these. But who would you rather have as a pet, Timon or Pumbaa?
Timon.
Whoa, why?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's cool, same key and everything.
Why?
Because he's so cute. I love meerkats. I've always wanted a ferret, but if I can't have a ferret, I've always wanted a meerkat.
I've been wanting a ferret, but my mom says it looks like a possum. Sorry, Mom.
They're illegal in New York, but I'm pretty sure that they're not illegal here in Texas.
I never know if they're legal or not.
I've
They
been
are
wanting
cute
a
though.
ferret.
I've always wanted a ferret.
That's cute. Yeah. That's a good one. So, which song would you rather sing as a duet together, Hakuna Matata or The Lion Sleeps Tonight?
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Who's stronger, Simba or Nala?
Simba.
Oh.
Hey.
Wow, I thought you were going to fight on that one.
When they were younger, Nala.
Yeah.
But I think once, they started to get older, I feel like, Nala started to get more obedient to Scar, but I loved how she, broke away from all of that and got Simba to come back,
Mm-hmm.
So
I think
really
Simba's
cool.
just super brave.
Yeah.
Yeah, she thought he was brave. She said it. Simba's the man.
Right. Plus,
Which
Simba comes from Mufasa, which is the strongest lion that anybody knows.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
I feel like he would be the strongest.
take your place in the circle of life.
The Lion King opens July 19th at AMC Irving Mall and Alamo Drafthouse Cinema, Las Colinas. It may not feel like it right now, but fall is on the way, and with it, the annual Ms. Mature Irving pageant.
So we thought today would be a great opportunity to get to know the reigning Miss Mature, Nina Crocker. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
It is such a pleasure to get a chance to see you again. I haven't seen you since the pageant last year, and can I just tell you, you wowed the judges and the audience with your knockout performance. That was stunning and so good. So would you mind sharing a little bit more about yourself with our audience?
Well, originally I'm from San Antonio, Texas. And when I got married in 1980, we moved up here to Dallas. And when we wanted to start a family in 1983, we decided Irving was our place. There was like a sense of community and diversity here that we just fell in love with. And plus, the location. I mean, it's close to major highways, major cities, near the airports and hospitals. So I was working as a chemist for Frito-Lay, and my husband was working for the government, and I quit my job to raise the girls. Mm-hmm. So we have 3 daughters, and they are successfully and gainfully employed, so I'm very happy about that.
We're always glad to say that as parents, aren't we?
Oh yeah. But Irving's been very good to us. And we've been here for already 36 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we could not have a lovelier Ms. Mature Irving representing Irving right now, yes?
Yes, yes. Nina, I'm a pageant winner too, so I know how much goes into just preparation and getting ready and all of it. Yeah. What'd you do to get ready and prepare for it?
It was more the motivation. My husband and I walk around the heritage area. We've been doing this for decades, and we still do, and we would see the sign, the Miss Irving pageant. Mm-hmm. And I said, you know, one day I'd like to do that. So when I turned 60, my reasoning became different. You know, the kids have grown. I'm not in the adulthood world anymore. I'm more in the elderhood, and I thought, there's a little bit of freedom here. I want to go back and do something fun. So, plus, my daughter said, Mom, don't go do it. They're going to know your age. I think I'll do it now.
I love that.
Absolutely, because you make 60 look really, really good.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great.
So what have the highlights been so far in your reign?
You know, again, like I said, I love the community here and the diversity, and being part of the parades and seeing the people, like for example, Christmas. I mean, all the events, all the volunteers, all the community service that's here helping that materialize is just awesome. And then going to the July 4th parade and seeing the families dressed up in the red, white, and blue and just having a good time. That has been fun. And also meeting the other Miss Matures and being involved in their activities. It's just been you just wish you would have done that at an earlier age.
They are really an outstanding group of women, and they've got a wonderful new addition now. Yeah.
What would you say to encourage other ladies who think, maybe that's something I'd be interested in?
Well, you have to be 60, and this is a new phase for us. We call it the elderhood. You know, again, the adulthood responsibility, raising kids, that's all over. It's time to play.
Yes.
And it's time to, you matter, and it's time to show people your experiences and what you love to do in life. And talent, it can be any form of talent. You remember when you were a child, things you like to do, just go back and revisit that and put something together. It's only 3 minutes.
Well, and I don't know if you knew, but Nina was a belly dancer, had a beautiful, incredible thing that she did. So, you know what, just get out there and do what you do, right?
It was not that easy though, because when you perform about 30 to 45 minutes. Here you had to cut your show down to like 2.5 minutes, so you wanted to pick something that mattered.
Yeah.
So I picked the James Bond song, Die Another Day. I said, I'm not ready to die yet. I'm going to do that. And I used a sword. It was fun.
It was wonderful. It was really stunning. You wowed everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for spending some time with us today. It's just a pleasure to get to know you better.
And I'm looking forward to seeing all you out there competing.
All righty, and speaking of, folks, the Ms. Mature pageant comes up. Ms. Mature 2019 is on Friday, October 4th at 7 p.m. in Carpenter Performance Halls.
The Quilt of Valor Foundation provides service members and veterans with one-of-a-kind handmade quilts. The Irving Quilt Guild participates in the national program, and members say there's respect and honor in every stitch.
The Irving Heritage Society recently invited some special guests to their monthly open house tour, and these guests didn't come empty-handed. They came with blocks and pens to honor veterans using the skills from one of their favorite hobbies.
Occasionally during the first Sunday tours, which we hold from March through and including December, we invite different ones to come and exhibit a hobby or a special feature. And when we saw the Irving Quilt Guild's project of the Quilt of Valor, we thought it would be most appropriate, especially as we are coming forward now to Veterans Day.
I'm May Harless. I am charter member number 5 of the Irving Quilt Guild. It is fun, it's rewarding. We do projects that make you feel good about the hobby that you love. We do Quilts of Valor, which is what we're here today for, because we set up at events like this with our blocks and ask you to sign it, and then we take it and make it into a quilt. It's always real rewarding to see people sign the blocks and to know that somewhere that's going to warm a veteran's heart and soul and body.
Today I'm honoring my father, Roy Bruce Sherrill, U.S. Army veteran, World War II, 369th Medical Battalion with the Fighting 69th Infantry. And I have his whole history of his service, and it was incredible.
I think I'll sign it in honor of my brother, who is now deceased, who served over 30 years in the Navy.
This quilt is signed by people in Dallas-Fort Worth. We got quilt blocks from all over the country. Moda Fabric sent out quilt blocks, and people signed them from every state in the Union, sent them back to Moda, which is a fabric company. They sent them to guilds that would make quilts out of them. And when the guys would get them, they would be from every state in the Union. They just enjoyed reading who sent those quilts and what they said on them.
We've done hundreds from our whole guild. Everybody does, it seems like 2 or 3 a year.
It's a wonderful project nationwide, and the Irving Quilt Guild has been involved since 2011, I believe. And nationwide, there have been 195,000 quilts made.
Some people just put their names. Some people write a message. The most endearing ones, I think, come from the kids.
Mainly, I always put thanks for your service, and, we can't thank you enough.
God bless is my favorite.
I think it would mean a lot to other veterans who've served with valor and with honor if someone honored them with this quilt.
Anybody can make a quilt, but when you're making a quilt for someone special, you just kind of tend to take a little more care with it. You take a little more pride in putting those seams together so they match up, and it makes you feel good.
It's mind-numbing sometimes to think that people appreciate it as much as they do, when sometimes you see your own family that don't appreciate quilts that you give them. But there's these strangers that are just so emotional about it.
We've had people send us pictures of quilts coming home on a plane with whoop-de-dets, with names of our quilt guild on it. And it just gives you a sense of pride to know that this person who gave a whole lot more than most of us are asked on a daily basis felt like somebody at home loved him and cared for him or her.
This is Agnetia reporting for About Town.
To learn more about the Quilt of Valor Foundation, visit QOVF.org and visit IrvingQuiltGuild.com to learn more about how they preserve the art and the heritage of quilt making.
The high-flying farce Boing Boing lands in Irving, courtesy of Main Stage Irving Las Colinas. Fasten your seatbelts for Susan Stevens' preview of this hilarious comedy.
One of a kind. I'm delighted to meet you. Same, me too. So, you're on stopover? Yeah, stopover. You too? Yes, me too. So what brings you here this time of night? Well, you see, I came here.
Bernard is a swinging bachelor who's hiding a big secret.
He's juggling 3 different air hostesses, flight attendants at the same time.
So he's got it all scheduled out to where they never meet each other. They work for different airlines. They'll never meet.
But unfortunately, there's a big storm that comes through, and all three of the flight attendants end up at the house at the same time. So they're trying to hide all the girls from each other.
People go from being calm to being completely frantic because of the situation, and then hopefully there's a happy ending for everybody.
Main Stage Irving Las Colinas presents the 1960s comedy Boing Boing, a show that features three very different types of love interests.
There's an Italian, so she's a very sweet but very jealous Italian woman. And then there's the American, and she's very, very bubbly, but she's pretty passionate herself.
Okay, hold on. And then there's Gretchen.
Hold on. You know I'm waiting for you.
Very overly passionate German lady. She loves being in love, but she gets a little bit too passionate about it at times. She'll go from a very, very sweet lady to very, very angry very quickly. And she definitely causes some mix-ups in the show.
Bernard is attracted to all three of them in apparently different ways. So I think it'll be interesting for the audience to get to enjoy the three personalities of the women and kind of figure out, okay, what kind of guy is Bernard if he likes this type of girl and this type of girl and this type of girl and is able to usually keep it all under wraps.
I'm engaged, you're engaged.
Hilarity ensues as Boing Boing continues on a path of non-stop laughs.
To me tomorrow, I'm engaged. No, right now.
I want people to kick off their shoes and laugh for 2 hours and forget about everything else going on in the world. You can turn off your brain and just enjoy the fun and somebody else's problem for a while. You know, comedy is somebody else's tragedy. That's really what it is. And we laugh at their foibles and think, oh, thank goodness that's not me. But they will say thank goodness that they came to see the show because they'll have a great time.
This show is fun from the second it starts until the end. You never know what's going to happen. You don't know if they're going to get caught or if it's going to be, if it's going to work out in the end for anybody. So it's just fun from the beginning to the end. If you like to laugh, this is the perfect show to see.
So come see the 2019 version of Boing Boing at Main Stage Irving Las Colinas.
For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
Boing Boing runs July 19th through August 3rd in the Dupree Theater. Call 972-252-ARTS for tickets and showtimes. And here are a few more fun events happening about town. The 55th annual one-act play competition is Friday, August 19th at 7 p.m. in Carpenter Performance Hall. The event is free, so come on out to cheer on your favorite Recreation Center acting troupe.
West Irving Library celebrates the 50th anniversary of the moon landing with a day full of activities starting at 10 a.m. Head over to West Irving Library on Saturday, July 20th for an out-of-this-world experience for the whole family. Visit cityofirving.org and click the calendar events for more details.
The annual showcase, Irving's Funniest Comic, is now in its third year and the competition is heating up. Get your entry in by Wednesday, July 24th for a chance to compete for a coveted spot in the Laughs by the Lake comedy show. Visit irvingevents.org for more information.
And the Irving Art Center has a bonus Sunday Fun Day on July 28th from 2 to 4. The theme is Art Rocks. For information about all Irving Art Center events, call 972-252-ARTS. And that wraps up this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us.
Please be sure to tune in next time for our annual special edition of the show, produced by the Summer Intern Team 2019.
The team will bring you stories on the North Texas Comic Book Show, the National Police Collector Show, and a special rediscovery segment on Big State Fountain Grill.
We'll leave you tonight with another look at the Independence Day fireworks show at Lake Carolyn. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman.
And I'm Ashley White. Have a great evening.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of